Secret Service nearly got Trump killed. And there's been zero accountability for it thus far. So this week we had more information come out about the Secret Service. I have a cold, so that's why I keep on rubbing my eye, excuse me. And the acting Secret Service head, I think his last name is Mr. Rowe, R-O-W-E, he testified to Congress this week, and again, it was a disaster. He, by the way, was the assistant director, I forget his official title, but he was even more directly responsible in terms of the chain of command for protection decisions. So obviously Cheadle is where the buck ultimately stopped, but he had his hands much closer to the decision making related to presidential protection. And here's some questioning of him by Senator Ted Cruz the other day.
I believe that the Secret Service leadership made a political decision to deny these requests. And I think the Biden administration has been suffused with partisan politics. Did the same person who denied the request for additional security to President Trump also repeatedly deny the request for security to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., whose father was murdered by an assassin and whose uncle was murdered by an assassin? Did the same person make that decision?
Senator, what I will tell you is that Secret Service agents are not political.
Okay, you're not answering my question. But you know what? Leadership appointed by the president. Leadership appointed by the president.
I mean, if you want to know what's wrong with the Secret Service, and I'm sure Rowe thinks he's doing all the right things. I mean, but these guys are relatively oblivious and almost comically resistant to criticism. And Rowe never told him who made the decision, pretending not to know. We already know who made the decision. It was the head of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas. We uncovered it through litigation. The outrageous decision to decline Kennedy Secret Service protection. There's the headline. DHS Secretary Mayorkas personally declined presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s request for Secret Service protection. Let's scroll down. I forget the detail here. I want to see what it is. The newly obtained records include a July 21st, 2023 two-sentence letter sent by Mayorkas to then Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle advising her, on May 26, 2023, Kennedy submitted a request to DHS for Secret Service protection. In accordance with the authority set forth in Title 18, and he cites the section, and in consultation with the Candidate Protection Advisory Committee, I decline to identify candidate Kennedy for the United States Secret Service protection at this time. And who was over there on that committee? Schumer, Mitch McConnell, McCarthy, Hakeem Jeffries, and the Senate Sergeant of Arms, Miss Gibson. So there you have it. Mayorkas did it. And that, and all of that is just dressing the presidential advisory, whatever that committee is. It's a committee. He's running the show. He could have authorized it on his own. And of course, Kennedy did end up getting Secret Service protection after Trump was nearly killed. And when he says the Secret Service agents aren't political, maybe that's true. But the agency is as political as any other government agency in the government. Federal agency in the government. I mean, look at this video of the shooter. It's astonishing. We just played a video.
Should we bring him up for a couple of minutes? The world will see a vibrant Republican.
Do they expect us to believe the Secret Service wasn't in a position to see him? Didn't see him? I can't believe how, I knew intellectually, it was really close to where he was. But when you see the video about how close he was, the shooter, crooks to Trump and the crowd, I mean, the Secret Service nearly got Trump killed. And there's been zero accountability for it thus far. The head of the Secret Service had to retire or resign. But it's still, there's been no emergency actions taken by the Secret Service I could detect. I'm sure they've increased security. They tried to tell Trump, don't go to rallies anymore. And everyone's making a big deal about whether he's fired anyone yet. They can't fire anyone within a few weeks of a shooting like that. That's not the way government works, guys. The way government works also is that no one is responsible for that. This is what is so insipid about these giant bureaucracies. They deliberately spread responsibility so everyone can point fingers at each other. I mean, you saw Rowe out there attacking during the hearing the local police. I mean, I'm sure they wish the police had done what they hoped they would do, but who's ultimately responsible for the protection of Trump? The Secret Service. And it's still being politicized. We had Ray disingenuously suggest last week, oh, I don't know if a bullet hit Trump. Maybe it was shrapnel. And so Senator Kennedy from Louisiana forced the FBI to backtrack on Ray's buying into the Democratic line that it was basically like the landing on a moon, fake.
Is there any doubt in your mind or in the collective mind of the FBI that President Trump was shot in the ear by a bullet fired by the assassin crooks?
Senator, there is absolutely no doubt in the FBI's mind
It
whether former President Trump was hit with a bullet and wounded in the ear. No doubt there.
Yeah, so that was a more junior FBI official, although one who's, I think, leading the investigation. You know, he wasn't going to pull a Ray. So that was cleanup by the FBI. And to be clear, I was joking when I said the moon landing was fake. I'm saying people who believe the moon landing was fake, that's the same crowd that believes Trump wasn't shot and it was all fake. Now, I say that, and I'm sure we're going to have 500 comments from people telling me that the moon landing was faked. But I can't control that, right? I just have to say what I believe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.